Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So, it is a glorious market open right now. Bitcoin is sitting above $72,000. And yes, we have formed another all-time high. And today, that officially makes it the Parabolic bull run. I believe we're in the Parabolic bull run and it has begun. So let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin, what to expect, where it can go, and everything else that's going on in the world of crypto today. Let's do it. Welcome. You know what? Market bell opened. We didn't see that crazy volatility we saw the last two times, right? When we first broke into 69 down, 69.2, we had a big crash. Then we broke to 70,000 and we had a big crash. Right now, market bell has rung and we're still sitting at 72. Not a whole lot of movement, but that could change any second, guys. But it's always good to wake up to a new all-time high. And I've told you guys this. Things are going to start moving real quick. We're going to see more all-time highs being formed all the time. We're just getting started with the Parabolic bull run. This is nowhere near top. This is not like November of 2021 when we know that it's up there. It's going to fall, right? Someday because we're at the end of the cycle. No, we haven't even hit the halving event, guys. Not even the halving event. We're still over a month away from the halving event, yet we have solidly broke through our previous high. So what does that mean? 100,000 by a halving event? Who knows? Well, let's get started. I mean, there's so much to talk about. You look at what's going on in the U.S. market, just absolutely garbage today. Big trash. You know, there's a TikTok thing going on about big trash. I'm going to start using that term all the time. But, you know, the stock market is big trash today because it's going down. And that's because everyone's worried about inflation. And they should be, because inflation, is it really coming down or is it getting worse? We don't know. But what we do know is this: inflation never stops. It never stops. It robs people of their buying power. It's a silent tax that will just eat away at your wealth over time. And that is why so many people love Bitcoin, why so many people have turned to Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is the best hedge against inflation. There's no doubt about it. In the last 5 years, the last 2 years, even last 10 years, nothing has outperformed Bitcoin, which means it's the ultimate hedge against inflation because there's only a set supply and can't be artificially inflated like fiat. And its inflation rate gets cut every 4 years. That's why we have the halving event, which is coming up in about a month, right? So all this worry about inflation, well, if you're a Bitcoin holder, you don't care about inflation. You embrace inflation because inflation is going to cause Bitcoin to rise up to over $1 million someday. Not this cycle, but someday it will be due to inflation, right? See, this is what inflation does to your dollar, to your euro, to your sterling, to your pound, okay? It decreases over time. It's almost to a point where it's at zero, okay? It should never hit zero unless the US dollar collapses, but that's how it is. Over time, your buying power just diminishes and diminishes and diminishes. But Bitcoin's price keeps on going up and your buying power keeps increasing. Nothing is a better hedge against inflation than Bitcoin. This is why Bitcoin is so hot, why Bitcoin was actually created in the first place. And today we got this news that probably drove things a little bit higher, makes things a little bit more exciting. Okay, UK now says, okay, let's do it. The US has allowed ETFs to happen. Let's allow it too. So the UK just said okay to ETFs, ETPs, ETNs, whatever, all these exchange traded products that will be coming. So we're going to see this we're going to see every market around the world start FOMOing in on Bitcoin exchange traded products. Okay, which of course means a lot more money will be flowing in. That's what it means. Okay, I've been talking about ETFs for quite some time, and even when it started and you saw the numbers, there were a lot of people that didn't really understand, didn't think that it would have, or they wouldn't have effect on Bitcoin. Well, they do, because you have institutions that are buying up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every day. And this is going to start happening around the world, leading to a supply shock. There isn't enough. Demand is rising. And that's not going to stop. We're nowhere close to the top. Nowhere close. We have just started. And Bitcoin is still doing well. Hey, we're not seeing any volatility. What happened? Right? Just last week, I talked about how there's some major player that wants to keep a lid on Bitcoin, doesn't want Bitcoin to go up. That's why we have those massive wicks down, right? Nothing right now. It's looking good. It looks very steady, just climbing right now. So that's good. Whoever that is, maybe it's BlackRock, said we can't contain this anymore, right? Oh, by the way, looking at MicroStrategy, huge, plus 9%, another 52-week high. And Coinbase, up 4%, not as much, but still 52-week high. So whatever you're holding on to, if it relates to Bitcoin, it's doing well, and it's at an all-time high, basically. Coinbase not quite there yet, but it will soon be. And, like I said, everyone is FOMOing in. Okay, this is very telling from Bitwise. You have, of course, individual retail investors that are FOMOing in, paying a lot more attention. People are asking, hey, what do you think about Bitcoin? Where is it going to go? You hear that all the time. You got registered investment advisors. Okay, you got family offices. You have hedge funds, venture capitalist funds, asset managers, all FOMOing in. And let's not forget the large corporations and consultant and warehouse. I mean, basically, guys, everyone wants a piece. Everyone wants a piece, and there's just not enough to go around. Okay, there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and we're not there yet. We're like 19.7 or something like that. And there's a lot more millionaires out there on the planet than 20 million. So even if every millionaire on the planet wanted to accumulate one Bitcoin right now, they couldn't. They would drive the prices up so high because there's not enough to go around. Especially since the ETFs, they are buying and buying and buying and buying and buying. Week 9, take a look. 33,000 Bitcoins bought. Okay, this is discounting Grayscale selling. Grayscale sold massively last week. Okay, they sold like $300, $400, $500 million of Bitcoin every single day. But the other ETFs said, okay, thank you. I'll eat it up. And we still had a net positive inflow of 33,600 going to just the US ETFs, by the way. There are ETFs that exist outside the US. They're probably growing by leaps and bounds too. So it's not just US, but the US is leading the way. And that is why we are going up so much. And in case you're wondering, how does that compare to how much Bitcoin gets mined per day or per week? There's a big, big difference, right? Again, unlike fiat, unlike anything else out there where you could just create more out of thin air, you can't do that with Bitcoin. It's set by code, secured by the miners. And there's no entity that can come in and say, well, let's just inflate Bitcoin because we can, right? It doesn't happen. And by the way, as good as MicroStrategy has been, and they have accumulated a lot of Bitcoin over the years, and they will be accumulating more Bitcoin because Michael Saylor just sold $800 million of convertible notes. Guess what he's going to do with that? That's another $800 million Bitcoin buy that's coming. But like I told you guys, BlackRock is buying at a unfathomable rate, I guess. Okay, they have surpassed the overall holdings of MicroStrategy already within 2 months. 2 months. 196,000 Bitcoins versus 193. I told you guys. Don't let all the big boys take up all your Bitcoin. You know, every time we have some volatility, we could see the sells. Where are the sells coming from? Retail investors that are scared. While these big boys continue to keep buying up, they're not going to stop. Fidelity is sitting high up there too, 125,000 Bitcoin at number 3. And ARK and Bitwise, I mean, they have only been accumulating for 2 months versus someone like MicroStrategy 4 years. Big difference in terms of how fast they're accumulating, and that's not going to stop. But you know what? Michael Saylor's like, you know what? I'm not going to lose this race. I'm going to keep on going. And he's going to keep on raising. And MicroStrategy stock is on fire. Like I said, just keeps going up and up and up and up. And it's already worth $26 billion. The way this is going, MicroStrategy is going to be worth hundreds of billions soon. So obviously, this is working. Okay, Michael Saylor is proving, you know, he's kind of the test bed for all these companies to hold Bitcoin on its balance sheet. And it's working. And by the way, in case you're wondering, Bitcoin is now above the market cap of silver. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty significant. Okay, of course, Bitcoin has done this before, very briefly back in 2021. But to have a digital asset that have only existed since 2009 to now be worth more than silver, which has been traded and used for centuries, even longer than that, thousands of years. Entire market cap of silver on the planet has been breached by Bitcoin and is not going to stop. Bitcoin will continue to breach all these market caps and eventually will breach gold. It may take a while, maybe one more year, maybe, one more cycle, I should say, but it will happen. Okay, so looking forward to that. Now, outside of all these great things, where can we expect Bitcoin to go? We don't know. It's unknown territory. Okay, we can't really chart it. We have broken through 69,000, so right now we may be in price discovery mode, waiting to see where we end up. Do we stay at 72, or maybe we fall down a little bit? Do we go up to 75? I don't know where we're going to end up. Okay, I mean, long term we know it's going to go higher, but like right now we're in an unknown territory. Where is Bitcoin going to go? Where is it going to go? Who knows? I mean, some people are estimating, here's a long-term trajectory from Willy Woo that thinks that the upper band of whatever chart he's showing, 337,000. That's his prediction. Some have called 250,000, right? Some have called 500,000, $1 million. Who knows? Like, seriously, right now, no one knows. No one could tell you. Because everyone's guessing. And short term, no one can tell either. Because with a lot of these price models, you know, they don't work anymore because we haven't seen these levels. So absolutely fantastic and absolutely exciting. And I know a lot of you guys are very, very exciting. You're living in almost a fantasy land right now, right? Because you probably have more money or more profits than you have ever had in your lifetime due to Bitcoin. But I'm here to say this is only the beginning. As good as this feels, we are going to be waking up a lot more going forward in the next 2 years to a new high, another new high, another new high, another new high. This is how parabolic bull runs feel. Okay, and this is the reason why we HODL and DCA. This is the exact reason why. You HODL and then you DCA and you wait for the gains to come to you. I've said this for years upon years upon years upon years, and it may sound silly, especially when we're going down in crypto winter when a lot of people stop believing, but now they're regretting. Those that didn't DCA, that didn't buy in or hodl and panic sold and fell to FUD, well, they're not feeling very good right now. I'll guarantee you that. And those that are still trying to attempt to short Bitcoin, well, I don't know what they're doing. They just like losing money. They just like losing money left and right. I don't see how people can still keep their long-term shorts open on Bitcoin. That's just absolutely insane. Anyways, okay, so, I mean, obviously, outside of Bitcoin, we have a lot of great movers as well. They're a little bit stagnant. They're not keeping up with Bitcoin right now, but they will. I mean, in terms of overall DeFi TVL is blowing up 100 billion, right, across all chains. That's absolutely fantastic. And we do have a big upgrade coming soon for Ethereum. The Dencode upgrade, which will help all the layer 2s, every single one. And I had a good experience, a good talk with Matt from Metis at TWC. And by the way, I met a lot of you guys at TWC. It's always great to meet fans. So that's fantastic. And thank you for everyone that showed up in Orlando. But I also had a good talk with Metis. So they are promising L2. Hope to establish a relationship with them in the future. But there's so many other layer 2s out there that should all benefit greatly from this upgrade and overall just benefit from the parabolic bull run, obviously, right? And that's it. And two of my favorite memes still going up. You got Cock that's still up 4% today. It was at 400 million, okay? And you got Kulo still going higher, almost $15 million in market cap. I mentioned both of these on Saturday, I think, and they were much lower. So memes are obviously still doing well, at least some. Some memes have slowed down, but these two, fantastic teams, fantastic support, fantastic community. I think they're going to continue to do well. And that's it. That's it, guys. Bitcoin came down a little bit. But again, we're not seeing the crazy volatility. We're not seeing that massive downwick. We're holding steady above 71,000, and we may continue to keep on going and going and going and going today. Let's see where it ends up. By tonight, who knows? We may be at another high of 75,000. All right, let's do some Q&A. My camera's looking good today. Man, we got 9,000 people in here excited about Bitcoin and the market. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm scrolling up here. Let's see if I missed anything. Alex says, what a time to be a George. That's right. That's right. Let's see. Scrolling down. Os BDC. New member, although I've seen you around for a long time. Earl says, feels like I'm stealing. You get that dirty feeling, right? I said, you know, it's like sometimes you feel dirty from all the gains. Now you know what I'm talking about. Bert says, love the stream. Thank you. USA waking up. Yes. All right. Pablo says, did Kulo become the #1 meme on Matic? It sure did. I told you guys, you know, when it comes to memes, I only truly support, I'll degen into anything, but mostly I support the memes that are created by good founders that I've talked to. I know they're not going to be rug pulling, and they're pushing forward for the community. And, you know, there are a lot of meme projects that are like that. So I support them, and Kulo's like that. I hung out with Moon Daddy this weekend. Great guy, and I know he's going to be pushing further. Have you looked at tips on Sol? Just a tip. I'm up 30x. Great community. I am not. I may. What's your plan on taking profits this cycle? Like I said, keeping enough cash on the side. Anywhere from 25 to 35%, and increasing that as we go higher. Skipping stones. I'm not going to repeat what you just said. You can't retire ever. This feeling is addictive. No promises. I may retire after 2025 or do something different. Change the setup. Co-founder of Near is on an NVIDIA panel at an NVIDIA conference. Any idea why? Well, supposedly they're moving into AI and they're incorporating NVIDIA. I don't know how solid of a relationship it really is. Everyone is claiming to be like NVIDIA's best friend now, so I don't know. Why buy MicroStrategy when you could buy BTC directly? Well, Dimitri, you may have answered your own question, because MicroStrategy right now is pumping more than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's up like 4% right now, taking a little breather down, but MicroStrategy's up, more than that. So a lot of people are starting to buy MicroStrategy because it's almost like a leverage play on Bitcoin. Heath says, I'm not really convinced there's going to be a big dip 18 months after halving. I'm probably going to sell some alts and keep Bitcoin. That's what I said. Some people think it's going to be a super cycle. Who knows, right? I always think that it's impossible to time top or bottom. You could kind of speculate and guess, but as long as you have enough cash on the side, you'll be okay. So as we move higher and higher and higher, you take out more cash and you replenish that cash pile, and then you'll be okay. You don't have to worry about it. Because if you do just sell it, let's say you sell all of it, and then it just keeps on going and it doesn't ever stop, and you just go regret that, right? So I think it's good to keep some forever. That's me. Josh says, do you think COC will be listed on Binance and Coinbase in the future? Yes, I do actually. Jester Trudeau launched on Sol yesterday. I have no thoughts. Today is a good day, guys. We're well above 70,000. Okay, we were a little bit higher, 72. Now we're taking a little breather. We have not seen a massive dump like previous highs. Like, we have seen some massive dumps before. We haven't seen it yet. We're holding steadily. Let's see if this could hold, then we're going to go a lot higher. Maybe 75K by tonight. Scott Martin, appreciate it. David says, don't stand there with... Okay, I'm not going to say that. I found my first small cap crypto gem, and I got in early at 350K. When you take profits for life-changing wealth, there's no right or wrong answer. You just take profits when you can. Just know that you should take some profits, because sometimes with those small caps, and I'm guessing you're talking about a meme, they can dump. They could. If you don't know what their true intentions are, it can happen. I feel like I need to play some music or something. I feel like days like today, I should play some music in the background, especially during Q&A. No, but then, you know, my videos will get demonetized. So probably not a good idea. Scott Martin says, love to stream DC and HODL since 2021, up 375% in the past year. Can you look at short liquidations today? Sure I can. I think it's gonna be pretty high. I mean, let's look at it. Let's do last hour. I mean, we still have some longs being liquidated. I don't know what, too many people, like right here. We have more longs liquidated than shorts. That's actually pretty funny. But we have a good amount of shorts liquidated. I would say that's about 100 million within the last few hours, but we had some huge ones here too. Johnny says, I know you say that you're always, Bitcoin always pumps when you're flying, so you should fly forever. What's a good replacement for the E46 M3 around 50K? It's really hard to get a nice car at 50K. If you get a new M3, it's like 80 something K. So maybe look at a Civic Type R. I think that could be a good one. Integra Type S if you want a little more luxury. They're not as fast, but they're just as fun, if not more fun. Integra Type S, it's like 50s, 55. Yeah, I would say if you want a fun car, either one of those. Or Corolla GR. Cat Girl. Not a fan of cats. What are your thoughts on Wi-Fi Map? Lots of downloads on Play Store. Never heard of that project. Is it even a crypto project? It is a crypto project. 47 million on Polygon. That's surprising. Don't really see much. Why is there two websites? Empowering Web through real world data. Okay. This is a lot like Hive Mapper, right? Or Helium, I should say. Yeah, this is like Helium, but it's on Polygon. I mean, it could work. Helium did really well, but I'm more impressed with Helium Mobile than anything. But Wi-Fi Map could be doing just as well, except they're on Polygon. Polygon is just, it's hard for dApps to grow on Polygon. Wilson, do you fly first class 100% of the time now? Yeah, I can't. I can't do non-first class anymore. I only fly first class. Southern Jen, thoughts on BTC dropping as much after a bull run because ETFs are for long-term retirement? I've said this before, Southern Jen. A lot of the institutions, I just don't see that they're going to time the market like retail investors. So a lot of institutions that bought the ETFs, they're probably going to be holding for a decade. I don't think they're really going to day trade it or even swing trade it or momentum trade it. Like, they're not going to look at like, oh, okay, yeah, 2025 is here, so let's just all sell. You know, I don't think it works that way. So we may get some corrections, of course, but are we going to go through like extended crypto winter like before? Maybe not. Maybe we just recover really quickly after 6 months or something. Crypto Rancher, new member. OS since 2017. Thoughts on BTFP ending today? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you think about DChat? I'm not a fan of chat dApps. Medicaid and gaming in general. I have looked at it before. It's still early. Gaming in general, I think they should pick up. I think there's a lot more games, more promising games, and a lot of game developers that are coming into the space. So I think it could be a big narrative this cycle. It just hasn't really ballooned up right now. Low T gaming, man. I can't believe I just woke up to this. Yup. Glad you're awake. Research Coin. That's a horrible name. Research Coin. Research Hub. Well, it's like Reddit. It's like a new Reddit for research. I'm going to say no to that. Martin, how high do you think Cooler can go? I mean, I'm hoping it goes to $1 billion. I mean, I don't know if it can hit $1 billion, but I'm hoping it does. With memes, anything's possible, especially if it makes Polygon attractive, then it's going to go a lot higher. And they have no sex listings yet either. Think Bit4X, Rugdoll's users. People have told me. I've never used Bit4X before. I don't know of anyone that used it, so I don't know if they just closed down and rugged or something happened, but luckily it's an exchange I never touched. But anyways, it just shows that it's important to have self-custody. I know a lot of you guys trade on sexes, which is fine, but make sure you take out the vast majority of it. The ones that you don't trade, put in your own wallet and self-custody it. GHX, render of gaming, AI depend gaming aren't NVIDIA conference a big partnership? Robert, you sound like you're a little drunk. Gamer coin? Decent market cap. Never seen this one before. Or maybe I have. 770,000 gamers shared a GB power for AI mining. Okay. I have seen this before. Yes. This is an old project. It's been around for a while. Now, whether it's actually being used for this, I think this is new. This was, okay, look at it. It's a gamer coin, right? So it was supposed to be for games, but now they're shifting to AI mining. And depend has been around for a while, but no one used that term. Yeah, they've been around for a while. They're trying to jump into the AI bandwagon just like everyone else. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be a successful project. I did spend a good amount of time with Dan from Flux, who was also at TWC. So I think they're going the right place, or right places, I should say, and they're going to be heavily involved with AI. Shapeshift Fox token. You're a multi-chain home base. You're an open source platform to trade, track, buy, and earn. Shapeshift, multi-chain, Snap for MetaMask. Is this from? Oh, so this is from Shapeshift. They were a wallet maker. Or they are still a wallet maker. So this is just their new like trading app or something like that. Not for me. Have you heard of Brett on Base Chain, Coinbase supposedly? No, it's not. It's just a meme on Base Chain. People like to think like, oh, if something's on Base Chain, is Coinbase supported? That's not true at all. Brett on Solana, not Base. Brett on Sol was originally in the copycat. Okay, so what? Is the Sol a copycat or the Base one is? Someone actually reached out to me about this, Brett. I don't know. I think someone from the team or someone reached out to me about Brett. Honestly, have you not been here for a while? I've been getting drunk a lot on air, but it seems like you haven't been around for a while. When will XRP holders admit they effed up? I don't think ever. I think it's slowly. You're just going to see a mass exodus, and that's it. But to be fair, XRP is still holding at number 6. It's not like they dropped out of top 10. They're still trending upwards along with everything else. So you got to give them credit for that. Johnny, can you explain how to use layer 2 ETH swaps? Been trying to load up my AIT, but swaps cost like $35 in the ETH network using Coinbase Wallet. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. I mean, you could try to use some of the swaps on the layer 2s, but a lot of them are still, they have to route it through, and AIT is a ETH play, so you're not going to be able to avoid those fees. ETH is just very expensive right now. I don't know if that's going to change. Burglar. New member. Look at the U.S. market today. They should just replace this with this right here, okay? They just need to put a big Bitcoin article middle of the screen saying all-time high, and all the investors on Wall Street, everyone, make everyone pay attention that Bitcoin is the way. Bitcoin is the ultimate investment, the ultimate asset class. Man, look at MicroStrategy. Just like keeps on earning. Thoughts on Zeta Chain? It's a interoperable chain. A lot of hype. I don't know. I think it's almost like too much hype. So I'm waiting for the hype to die down. Thoughts on a project that aims to be a crypto hedge fund, staked economics, and pay on soul? No, not for me. With all this greed, I feel like a huge correction is coming. Well, I can't argue against that. I mean, they say go against the herd. So if you're looking at it from a contrarian kind of view, that kind of makes sense. But right now, logic dictates that, hey, if you have all these players buying Bitcoin, you have this much being taken out of circulation every single week, and this much being mined, you do the math, there's just not enough supply to go around, right? So will Bitcoin really actually drop catastrophically? I don't know. It looks like it's probably unlikely at this point. Look at the volume. The volume's up too, big, majorly. MCMD, I appreciate that. Thank you. Coinbase Gala V1, how to cash it out? I think you're pretty much stuck. They gave you a very limited time frame to switch to V2, and I believe you're done. You may have to reach out to Gala and see if there's a way they'll convert it for you, but I think it's done. Well, Os, I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. I'm disappointed with Cosmos, thinking converting it to some better coin. You know what? Cosmos, I still like them, but I realize, yeah, they have been slower moving. But you know what? They may pick up, just like last cycle. They're not doing all that bad, but yeah, they should be doing better. Sir Baton, do you still like Cadena? Explain why. No, I don't. Because they messed up. They alienated all of their projects and partners, and they stopped performing, and they don't have any progress besides hiring a new marketing person. What are your thoughts about most cryptocurrencies taking a drastic drop at the same time? Smells fishy. They always happen, man, because everything follows Bitcoin. A lot of trading pairs are versus Bitcoin, okay? And a lot of bots are set to sell when they detect Bitcoin goes down. So, yeah, it's always like that. It's always like that. Christopher says TWC was great. Looking forward to any other events. Besides ledgers, should I store my memes? And I mean, there's a lot of phone wallets, you know, like Trust Wallet, for example, Coinbase Wallet. There's self-custody, a lot of browser wallets and MetaMask and Phantom and even Aurochs. You know, there's a lot of places to store. Gems. I'm a member since early 2021 and hodled and DCA'd. Congrats. Congrats. Thoughts on NSX Gen 2? Can I roll with you? Maybe. If you pull up with that. I'm a big fan of Gen 2s. Gen 2 is like Gen 1, but upgrade a little bit. Like a newer front end and a more powerful engine. Those are really expensive now too. They still look great. Stun ABD. I feel really dirty today. Good for you. Horse Guy AI on Polygon FOMO. Hey, you know what? If you guys want, here's the thing. You're telling me about all these new memes and how they can have promise and this and that. You know what? If you want a great play, okay, just go buy Kulo. And the reason why I say that is because they're under 15 million. I know the founder, Moon Daddy. He's a great guy. He's pushing forward. I know he has big plans for this. And it's on Polygon, right? So there's no guessing here. I know this is going to do very well. I shared this in my Discord group, in my Patreon, when it was sub 800,000 market cap. I'm like, look, I'm taking a risk on this because I know the founder. He was in IFC, and since then it's gone up like 20x, and I don't think it's going to stop. So no guessing there. Bitcoin, 72.2. Man, today we could be seeing 75K by the end of tonight. So it's going to get, oh man, and now it's starting to increase. Now it's going to get crazy. I think tonight I'm going to have to bust out the good stuff. The good stuff. And then I know we'll have some fun tonight. We'll have some fun tonight, guys. All right, guys. To conclude, Bitcoin has broken up to a new high and parabolic bull run begins. Okay. We're in unknown territory. We really are. We don't know where Bitcoin's going to go now. We're not seeing that crazy volatile drop right now. We may see some more in the future, but right now things are looking good, guys. Looking really, really good. So stay strong. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And get ready. It's going to be wild. Real wild tonight. I might just do something crazy. You don't want to miss it. Take care. Bye-bye.